Zolo X900 from Lava based on Intel Z2460 plus. So this one, you're on a video mode, is it? So I can free talk, right? No problem.
Sure.
So this is based on 1.6 gigahertz Intel processor with hyper-threading technology. The reason I'm saying hyper-threading is, as you would know, every other phone other than this is based on ARM architecture.
Okay.
So ARM architecture, you used to number of cores, and 2 is better than 3, 3 is better, 3 is better than 2, 4 is better than 2. So we believe that we come from a computing world where we are used to doing multitasking, we're used to doing rich graphics, we're used to doing high-end gaming on our platforms. So that goodness is what we come from, and we were able to run it at multiple threads, and this one does the same thing. So for us, it's about tuning these apps to the best ability rather than throwing more cores at it. That's a different way of doing things.
So would you say it's more efficient than a normal 64-bit processor?
Absolutely. So it's much more efficient. And then what the processor can handle is the ability to run the graphics engine at the highest speed. Okay. So our graphics engine runs at 400 megahertz compared to nearest competition, which is around 200 plus, somewhere about that. So the good thing about that is when you're running graphics at around 400 megahertz, you have rich capability of gaming, which is on real-time gaming, rich graphics, which in terms of decoding at a highest resolution, without compromising the battery, right? And ability to do imaging at a high rate, like your like a DSLR. I'm sure when you're using a camera like this, between one frame to another, you definitely take at least 2 seconds, if not more. The reason is, all it's doing is, it's taking the analog image, digitizing it, and writing somewhere on the memory, let's say SD card. So there are 3 or 4 operations, I'm just skipping, I'm just trying to trivialize it. So to do those operations, it needs 2 seconds, right? For one image. Let's say it's doing at 8 megapixel. This one is doing the same thing at a much higher rate and taking up to 15 frames per second. That is
at 1080 FPS.
Yes, I mean you can fix the resolution what you want, right? So that's the capability of the processing power. So it brings all these 3 goodnesses, which is gaming, graphics, browsing, and imaging, what they talk about, into a single platform, and that's what the consumer wants today, right? So if I were to show you, let's say, my standard favorite is John Carter, not because it's John Carter, which is a flop movie, but if you look at it, I mean, what I would focus you on is, I'm going anywhere to anywhere, but it's not getting pixelated and it's not giving you that buffering symbol for it to happen. So it's not doing that buffering like most other phones do. So the graphics engine is able to drive this Zolo phone at that level, right? And this is full 1080p video, and as you saw in the press meet, if you connect a 64-inch screen, you'll not see a pixelation there, right? Then if you were to go to, I hope this game is, because it takes a long time to load. So if I were to, I was trying to show this game to the other press gentlemen. So the ability of the sensor to work, it's pretty slick, like a PSP in your hand, right? I would show you another cool thing which nobody has shown to you. I mean, these are specific videos of Intel done in collaboration with IM360. So these are shot in a 360-degree camera. So I'm trying to show you the sensor plus your HD video decode here. So if you actually project these are in full HD video quality, and look at the sensor sensitivity here. I mean,
that's superb.
It's like awesome stuff.
Wow.
That's one thing. And then the last thing I would show you is a couple of things I would show you is a camera. I think I showed you already, right?
Right.
And then I would show you a simple thing. The reason why this was shown is everybody understands Angry Birds. The fact of the matter is there are like tons of apps like Angry Birds which are written on Android for the current ecosystem, which is mostly ARM phones. But you as a user, you don't want to understand what is ARM and what is Intel. For you, it's a phone. It's an Android latest phone. So you would like to download like any customer and expect that game is being played here seamlessly. So we have done some abstraction and we have created some layers in between, wherein your native simple app like this Android app, which runs on your any platform, can seamlessly run on this Intel Android platform. And that's the simplicity what you need to give to the customer in terms of usage experience. So, and this is anyway what do you call it, HD game, and this works perfectly fine. There's no lag or phase lag in this.
So with so much power, will it ever get heated up?
No, I mean.
How do you take care of the cooling?
I mean, you're now touching this. I mean, you can touch it. I played game for maybe 5 minutes. This is as good as any other phone out there you see. I'm not saying it will be cool as an ice, but it's not. It's between the norms as what we call as mean opinion scores, which is good enough to handle sub 30 degrees.
So what sets Lava apart from all the other phones in the market? What sets this phone apart?
What sets this phone apart? This stands everything for speed. Speed of browsing, speed of gaming, speed of watching any graphics, whether it's a video or a gaming video, and photography. So we are positioning this as the fastest phone you can get in this form factor currently. And of course there will be many more in the Zolo brand to come in future.
And how's the partnership with Lava as a brand?
Lava is a partner in terms of bringing this phone. I mean, Zolo is a Lava brand. The idea is to use the reference design and bring out to the market with a portfolio of products. And this is the beginning in the portfolio, starting point in the portfolio.
Because out of all the biggies in the market, you have chosen Lava, an Indian company. Yeah. What's the point of view behind that?
So, a couple of things. I mean, all are good. There's no first among equals or none of those metrics which we follow. We follow with the simple logic of how do we give consumer experience when a phone is bought. That's a primary concern for us. And we believe that there's a meeting of the minds of how you deal with giving consumer experience in buying a product. And that's what differentiated us from choosing a particular partner.
And how does Intel view the Indian mobile market?
We are extremely, the reason, the commitment for Intel in this mobile phone is number one. Everybody had an issue of Intel and Intel mobile phones. That's part one. And we have proved that Intel mobile phones are as good or much superior to the existing phones. The second part is the commitment of Intel to launch in India was critical because we know that this is the critical market.
Right.
So you can obviously see why we would have launched here first than anywhere else in the world. This is the market. And we believe that a phone to be successful in India for multiple reasons, because A, it's an open retail product. It's unlike a bundle product anywhere else. So if a phone is successful, it is successful purely in the merit of the product. The product is king here. So it's our prime belief that if it is not successful here, it will not be successful anywhere else. So, I mean, you can see how the Indian market is so fragmented in terms of devices. And it's an open retail market, unlike where you can push in other markets as a carrier brand.